Hey there, thanks for clicking this video. My name is Anthony Romano, and today I'm going to teach you some easy, quick, and low-calorie keto chocolate recipes.
Did you say chocolate?
Yes, sir. With or without nuts.
Chocolate? Chocolate! 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 Chocolate!
So if you're a chocolate lover and you're trying to do a fat loss diet or keto, this is the video for you. I'm going to teach you how to make a chocolate bar, a chocolate fondue, which you can turn into a pudding if you add things like yogurt to thicken it, and a chocolate cake, which you can make a lava cake out of if you add the fondue into it. You can also use the fondue to cover and coat certain other foods in chocolate, like chocolate nuts, and it's a great snack as long as you keep it on hand in the fridge, freeze it, you can take it around, or just keep it at home on hand at all times if you like chocolate. You can also add this chocolate stuff as a topping, like a fondue, on top of other things like a pancake, which I have another video about. And overall, I just want to preface by saying that these are recipes that my mom and I have personally made over 7+ years of keto dieting, and basically between the two of us, we've come up with some pretty good recipes. So I'm giving those to you now so you have some chocolate and some sweet snacks on a keto diet. Last thing I'll say is that you're going to want to experiment with these, especially for the ones that require protein powder, because the protein powder is a key determiner of the taste, and you're going to want to try different ones to see how they impact the taste of the chocolate. So besides that, these are also very healthy. They're made with grass-fed butter or ghee, which is also very nutrient dense and something you're going to want to use as well. Good quality ingredients is important. Besides that, enjoy these recipes, leave me a comment, subscribe, and hit a little notification bell if you want to see more of my content. Leave me a comment. I answer every single person. And besides that, enjoy the recipes. So this is the keto chocolate bar recipe and the keto chocolate pudding recipe. Now basically the recipe for both of these is the same. It just depends on if you want to throw this in a stencil of some sort. So here's what you're going to need. You're going to need protein powder, grass-fed ghee or butter, and cocoa. So you're going to put a tablespoon of each into a bowl and a tablespoon of hot water, and that's all you need. From there you have keto chocolate, and it's nutrient dense if you use a good quality butter, and you have a lot of room for experimentation with the flavor depending on which protein powder you use. So grass-fed butter is literally one of the healthiest foods on the planet, and I just use ghee because that's what I had at the time. And overall, if you stir that up, it should look something like that little chocolate pudding on the right. So you can thicken this up if you want to throw like some yogurt or something in there. If you want to experiment with less amounts of water or cream or almond milk, you can really change the viscosity of this stuff. But overall, you're going to stir it up, and from there you have this little chocolate fondue-like substance. And I'm telling you, it looks very much like a delicacy there, and it actually really tastes like chocolate, but that's the protein powder I'm using. So you're basically going to pick one that you like and experiment. From there, put it in a little stencil just so you can have better measurement of how much you're eating every time, especially if you're counting your calories. But overall, throw it into something where you can keep track of how much you're consuming. Also, make sure you don't give chocolate to your dogs, especially if they're trying to be cute and persuade you. So from there you can also cover any sort of other foods or snacks in this chocolate fondue, almost make like a chocolate coating, and it works great for pecans, almonds, macadamias, walnuts, whatever kind of nut you want to cover it in. It's almost like a chocolate coating. So there's a lot of potential with this, a lot of versatility. You can use some of the chocolate fondue for covering in nuts or other snacks, and you can use some for making chocolate bars, some for putting on top of other things like sauces. So basically, you're going to want to put them on a little plastic wrapped dish and throw that in the freezer. After like 15 to 20 minutes, they're already pretty solid. I'd freeze them longer if you're taking them anywhere with you. So basically, they'll come out looking like this. This is after 15 minutes. They look pretty solid. I left that one intentionally half covered just so you could see. Now, next thing is putting it on top of things. So this is a keto pancake that I make, and I really love these things. I've perfected them over 7 years of keto dieting, and if you put the chocolate fondue on top, it almost comes out like a Nutella crepe. And the macros are really good. They can be very low calorie, or you can dial it up, but I'll explain that in another video. when I actually show the recipe for the keto pancake. So you can put this on top of anything, and I like to throw in a little bit. I don't normally cover it like this, but I did it just so you guys could see if you're truly a chocolate lover. Maybe it reminds you of Nutella a little bit. So you put a bit of almond butter on there also if you like. You can really do whatever you want to dial up or dial down the calories, especially if you need more fats on certain days, but I always like to keep track and use a scale. So there's 10 grams of almond butter on top too. You can use peanut butter, make it like a Reese's kind of chocolatey peanut butter flavor, but overall it should come out looking like this on whatever you want to put the sauce on. So chocolate lava cake, that's the next one. So here's what you're gonna need: an egg, preferably better quality, maybe pasture raised or free run. Crack that into a cup, and then from there you're going to take a tablespoon of cocoa and a tablespoon of almond flour, throw those in there as well. Also throw in a 3/4 teaspoon of baking powder and a sweetener of your preference and 2 tablespoons of cream. I always prefer stevia based sweetener. And from there you're going to stir it all up and throw it in the microwave for 1 minute and 11 seconds. That's the magic number to get it to rise. That's the magic number according to my mom, who's perfected a lot of these recipes and basically perfected all these, so thanks, Mom. Throw that in for 1 minute 11 seconds. It'll come out, it'll rise just like that in the microwave, and it won't explode depending on the strength of your microwave. And from there you throw that into a little plate, and it looks like a mug cake, and you can cut it open and throw in the chocolate fondue like a chocolate lava cake as well. And you can maybe even throw in some of the chocolate covered nuts you have or any other chocolate covered food you might have made. Overall, if you're a true chocolate lover, you can really dial up or dial down the craziness you have for chocolate with all the stuff in this video. You can throw in the fondue, you can add some yogurt to it to make it more like a pudding. You don't even really have to even mix up the yogurt. You can just throw it on there like a little cream covering. You can throw cream cheese, like a cheesecake type of thing. There's a lot of stuff you can do, but overall you can make it messy, you can make it nice and pretty. All that matters is that it tastes good and you enjoy it.
Chocolate! 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 Chocolate!